So you've now been to 2 Super Bowls, won one. I imagine the reason Tom Brady came to Tampa is because he owed you after beating you in the first one and then delivering on the second one. Does that seem about right?
That sounds about right. Definitely owed me one after stealing that one in 2018 from me. But overall, it's been a great time. Obviously, been able to get kind of that monkey off your back from the standpoint of winning a Super Bowl and having been to one and thought you were going to win it, but just came up short.
And after now being to a couple of them, what do you feel like are the keys to not only make it, but to win and now to repeat? What are the things that you're going to look at this team and say, this is what we have to make sure we do it again?
Yeah, everything comes down to details. I think the front office has done an amazing job, one, keeping the core group together, but then also adding other pieces into the elements. Plus, you're playing a whole different schedule, adding on another game. So there's going to be a lot of different nuances that you got to deal with that are going to go into this season, and I think we have the right group of people at this point in time to get that done, but we got to prove that in camp, and then obviously it's when we start playing games.
I think you might be the definition of go big or go home. I mean, A, you're huge. B, now you've done the Super Bowl, gotten married, and had twins all in 1 year.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like the Ndamukong Suh way.
Yeah, there's no question. It's all about go home or get it done or don't. And from my standpoint, it's been an amazing year, not only having won a Super Bowl, but then obviously have my beautiful boys come into the world and obviously getting married prior to that. So 2021 has been an amazing year, and I want it to continue on being that much more better, and then we got to go and top this in 22.
Yeah, and of course you got married in just total swag. I mean, the sweatsuit look, tell me how that came about.
I mean, we obviously had the big Napa wedding, 500 people, all these different things, and obviously the pandemic hit and a lot of unfortunate things happened. We just decided to keep it at home, do it at church, and be in our normal outfits, which is sweats, and just put a little flash and bang to it. As you said, doing it big, and everybody zoomed in, and it was a great time, and we had a great evening. So it was more of the Sue way, or more or less my way of wanting to do things. My wife, of course, wanted to have it a little bit bigger, which we'll celebrate this summer for sure.
And now with the twins,
yeah.
I mean, you're known as mean Ndamukong Suh on the field. You're the enforcer. You put fear into people. And now you're a dad of 2 twin little boys. What's that look like at home?
Amazing. You find me on Zoom calls holding one of the boys. I haven't mastered the dual hanging, holding both of them.
You're used to just the football. You got that. Now you got to have 2.
Not even the football. I'm used to holding 2 guys at once or running through 2 guys, but being able to hold 2 babies at once is a new task I need to master.
You're the only person on the planet, I think, who thinks that's harder than holding 2 300-pound men back.
I've only done it a couple times because I like to be able to have my full hands and attention on one of them and then kind of go from there. But it's been fun. And
you not only take pride in being husband, father, but I mean, I've seen you giving investment advice on Twitter, and you have all these other business ventures and real estate and this whole other you off of the field. What are you most passionate about outside of football right now, and how did you get to a place where you already are so set up for success post-football?
Yeah, I've always been super keen on making sure I have something I roll into once I decide to retire, whether that's a year from now or 5 years from now. But probably the most thing I've always been excited about growing up and why I got my engineering degree was real estate. Being able to sit there and build something, say it's your own, and really have something that I can pass down as a generational wealth aspect to my boys. A partner of mine, Joel Anderson, back home, we have a development company together, and just really the ability that we're creating new different ways to help other people be successful and grow communities and get them back to where they should be.
I feel like you do that here too, and that even with your Buccaneers family. And it makes me think of Vita, that your relationship with him and any of the younger guys on the team out there trying to help them. And specifically with Vita, what have you seen in terms of his growth and the relationship you've been able to have with him and the part you've played in his growth? Yeah,
I think Vita's growth is really due to his own, and really just being able to not be afraid from a standpoint of understanding he doesn't know everything, and then being able to ask questions and be somewhat vulnerable in the aspect of saying, all right, I want to get better. I want to be able to do different things. I want to play at a consistent high level all the time because I obviously know I'm very gifted why I got drafted where I was. The exciting piece is that he's only barely touching that iceberg that he's got, and it's a massive iceberg based on his size and his ability. So I would be very, very scared of him coming back to this season fully healthy, as he's preparing very well for that and doing a great job here in OTAs, but then also at the same time being able to go through the summer and be able to get into camp.
The most important question when it comes to Vita, of course, is which one of you is big girl?
Yeah.
Because both of you call each other that all the time, and it feels like you're each trying to shove the name onto the other person. So
Yes.
who's actually big girl?
So, well, it's funny. I don't even know how it came to this, but my best friend Dominic, whatever reason, called me big girl from years and years ago. So it's been a running joke with my family and friends back home. So I'm big girl to Vita, and he's Respucia to me.
What?
So if you know Eddie Murphy and some of his movies, you'll know who Respucia is. And so that's kind of our running joke, and we always try and be creative and funny and mess with each other and find different names. But I'll be big girl, and officially I'm big girl, and he's officially Respucia.
That's wonderful. And then lastly, you are the only defensive lineman to play over 10,000 snaps since 2010.
Yeah.
How have you been able to maintain such success for so long, such continuity, knowing you're always going to be there and ready to go?
I mean, I owe a lot of thanks and not only super blessed first and foremost, but at the same time, just a lot of thanks and hard work to my team that helps me maintain on the field. So Keith D'Amelia's of the world, the Charlie Wangreif's of the world, just my overall performance team has done an amazing job to keep me to where I'm at right now. And then it just goes into hard work, simple as that.